All right, lesson 4, number 2. My hope is that you are getting to a point where you are trying these on your own before you just watch the video. On a test or a quiz, I'm not going to be able to give you a video to get you started. So I hope that you've tried this before you've scanned onto this video, even though I'm happy that you did. So first thing you should do is jot down your statements and your reasons and add in your givens. If you haven't done that yet, take a minute, pause the video and do that. I've already put those in for myself. And I'm going to go right to the first given. Segment BD is congruent to segment CD. And so I should be able to mark those off on my diagram. Segment BD is congruent to segment CD. And my next given is that E is the midpoint of BC right here. And so I'm going to draw a conclusion based on that definition, midpoint. And so my statement number 3 should be that BE is congruent to EC or CE. So segment BE is congruent to segment CE. And my reason is definition of midpoint. You write that down. Step number 4. Let me take a look real fast at what I'm trying to prove. Haven't even looked at that yet. Angle AEB. Angle AEB, where is that? Angle AEB is here, is congruent to angle AEC, which is here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is try to get that the triangles are congruent. And when I say the triangles, I'm going to look at the triangle on the left here and the one on the right here, the little triangles. I really don't need to know anything about this top part of the diagram. So I can say that those two triangles at the bottom are congruent, and I see pretty easily a way that I could get a third piece, because we all know once we run out of givens, we look for the reflexive property. And I can identify a side that I can use the reflexive property with right here. So for number 4, you're going to use the reflexive property. For number 5, you are going to say that triangle BED should be congruent to triangle CED, and make sure when you do this you're naming them in the proper order. So B corresponds to C, E corresponds to E, D corresponds to D. And my reason for that one is side, side, side. And number 6 is trying to prove that corresponding parts of those two congruent triangles are congruent. And we learned a way to do that in the last lesson, and it was CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So you can use that for number 6 here.